the story tonight at 10.
Welcome to the 9 Rewind, where we talk about the topics you were talking about last week in the 9 University Facebook groups and inside Fast Track. It's the Week in Review, 9 News style, brought to you by Fast Track. The easiest way to fast track your FBA success is with Fast Track. All right, let's stop messing around. Let's get into the show.
Okay.
So I don't know how long ago this started. It's maybe been going on the last 5 years. I've got an Amazon story, and I really want to get your opinion, Dwight, about how you would handle this.
Okay.
And I want all of the 9 Rewind people to chime in, because I honestly don't know. Like, remember how last week you said in what you have to do every week or every day is like monitor your reviews, monitor the messages. I have no idea how to handle something like this. So, like, I don't know when it started, maybe like 5 years ago.
Okay.
The gummy bear people. You know that gummy bear? I got a
gummy
picture
bears? Okay.
Gummy bear. Yeah. You know, it's just a gummy bear. The kids eat that. Well, they had a sugar-free version of the gummy bear, and they had it on sale on Amazon.
Okay.
And apparently, they did not. Again, I don't know. Listen, don't listen to anything I'm saying. Anything I'm saying right now could be BS. I don't want to get sued for false information.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I see there is a Haribo gummy candy.
Yeah, so they used to have a sugar-free version.
Okay.
And the sugar-free version, if you ate more than a specific number, I forget what the number is, you would have explosive diarrhea. Now, I don't like talking like this. I'm not a fan of the poop humor. You understand? But I want to bring it up because I really am curious how you would handle this. And I think, listen, this was in the news. Go put up this news thing. I am not kidding. You understand that the reviews started coming in on this. This is a real thing. First of all, what if, hey, sugarless gummy bears are not safe for humans? Hey, what's new today, Hank? Yeah, it turns out our product isn't safe for humans. It's in the news. So anyway, check this out. There are 53 pages of reviews on Amazon, each one topping the last for the story of gummy-fueled diarrhea nightmares.
Oh, my God.
Gastric exorcism at 30,000 feet. A reviewer named I Like Cheese. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
I don't remember writing that. He wrote, "Don't use the bathroom on a Delta flight. That stench is from me 7 years ago." You understand? This is a real problem, Galloway's.
Oh, my
this
God.
Company, they come out and I swear to God, the guy woke up, Hank, it's all good, man. Every kid in the world loves our gummy bears.
And they're sugar-free. It won't rot their teeth.
Oh, Hank, this is the best thing you've ever done. Sugar-free gummy bears. This is fantastic. Well, then the reviews start coming in.
Oh,
Pop
my
some
God.
of these reviews up.
All right. Prepare thy butt for a storm's a-coming.
This is a real review.
Oh, my God.
But seriously, if you intake more than 15 of these gummy bears, prepare yourself for an intestinal cleansing of the ages. There's another one up.
Okay. It's all true. All of it. I ate 6 of these things to aid along in digestion. I figured it was tastier way to rid myself of a week's worth of backup. I might as well have swallowed a nuclear bomb and topped it off with an edible. The good news, my digestive system's back on track. Not like this show, but the digestive.
Go to this next one. Look at this next one.
Okay.
5 stars, but they make my ass sound like Chewbacca. The things are delicious, but they make my ass sound like Chewbacca. Now, I swear to God, I am serious. I want to know, how do you handle that if this is our product? And what happens? Something like this goes viral, right? Somebody goes, "Oh, you should taste these sugar-free things. I was on the cans all night."
Think of how many people bought them just to see if it would do what they said it would do.
I saw one review. You know how you can ask questions,
Yeah.
and then so one of the questions was, "Does it make me a bad person if I want to give these to my ex as a birthday gift?" Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to see your ex sitting on that can all night, Babu? Man, I
Yeah.
don't.
If it's your ex, you're not actually seeing it. So that was the point,
Yeah, but
probably.
you're imagining it.
You know what? I have no idea what I would do. First, I would be horrified that people would, that's why I wouldn't get into anything people eat, drink.
You think this is what Kale was talking about? Nothing
I
in the think
body, that's
because it's
probably
gonna come
pretty
out of the
close
body.
to why you don't want to get into that. I mean, you got all kinds of, you got to get an FDA certificate and you got to do a bunch of stuff. Anytime there's something that people got to eat or drink or whatever, it's a lot of extra work. And if you're just getting into the game on selling on Amazon, it just doesn't make sense to do that. If you're not already in that business of selling food or drink, don't get into it.
Well, yeah, but even like I think what happens though is like when something like this goes viral and people find out, oh, we can make funny reviews on this product, and like all their jagoff friends start doing it, and then it gets on Twitter, and I don't know what these kids use, the Foursquare, whatever, the 4chan. I don't know what these things are, Dwight. It's social media network.
I know.
I've seen the movie, the Jesse Eisenberg movie about the social network. That's all I know about this stuff. But what do you do? Like, how would you guys out there watching this? What would you do? Do you try to? I saw in the beginning, it seemed like the guy was trying to have fun. The guy who answered the questions.
Once it gets out of control, I don't think there's anything you can do. You got to really, does it affect your sales? That's the thing. If you're, and the reality is do you keep selling a product that does this to people? Like, don't sell it as a candy, sell it as a laxative. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't.
You know what they should do? Like, they should bundle it with X-Lax.
You should say X-Lax should have bought the formulas. What should have happened?
Gummy bear flavor. All right, let's get into the next question here. So I saw this on Facebook. Somebody was asking about this, and I think it's a legit question. It's a good one to actually talk about. What is the procedure of asking suppliers to make changes to products? Say you have gummy bears that cause explosive diarrhea, and you want them to take that feature out. Okay, so I have what I feel is a great product. I know exactly how I want to differentiate it.
Mm-hmm.
They would just need to make 2 simple changes. I'm not sure how to enter into the discussion with them. Where in the process do I ask, and how do I begin the conversation?
Well, I think it's really easy. I mean, right in the beginning when you're asking your supplier about the product that you want to purchase from them, you just literally, after looking at the product or whatever, you make suggestions. You ask, can I do this with the product? Can you do this with the product? Yeah. And then they'll get back to you, whether they can right out of the gate, or they'll ask you for a more detailed description of the changes that you want. Yeah, so for example, if you get the supplier to ship you the product and you say, oh, well, this material is just not thick enough, you just turn around and say, hey, I got your product. It was great, but I think the material here needs to be thicker. I think you need to use a harder plastic on, make the steel, right. Make the zipper out of titanium, as I like to say. Whatever it is, you just reach back out to them and just say, hey, is this something you can do for us? And if so, what does it cost?
And I would say one thing that I think you want to do to protect yourself about getting taken advantage of is I would contact multiple suppliers, even if you're not considering using them, but maybe some with bad reviews or maybe that don't have, they're not verified or whatever. I'd contact at least 3 of them and saying, hey, I like that frying pan you're selling. I'd like to know, how much would it cost if I had you add an extra handle on it and stamp my logo on the bottom? And you want to do that with like 2 or 3 different suppliers, so you have some kind of baseline. So then when you go back to the person you really want and you say, hey, how can we make that work? Well, it's going to be $50 a unit. Because no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Anyway, I know it's got to be between here and here.
Yeah.
So I think that's an actually pretty decent.
Yeah. That's a great way to do it. Get some pre-information before you go after the guy you want to really do it for you. It's a good idea. Yeah. So do we have a coaching corner already locked and loaded?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I want to go back. Did you see the message I sent you earlier though about the buy box on those gummy bears?
The buy box on the
Who has it?
Well, let's just go back and see if we can figure that out.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
There is.
I think you already know. This is insane.
This is insane.
And it's not X-Lax.
No. It's sold by and ships from Amazon.com.
Hey, I don't have time to police everything down here. As long as the money's coming in, I don't care what's coming out.
The 9 Rewind.
What's up, guys? Welcome. Hey, I got something really important for you, okay? You're in 9 University, and we like to do things the right way. We like to make sure you're protected. We like to make sure you start a real, actual business. And to start a real business, you need to set up a business. It's called an LLC, okay? And so Prime Corporate Services has been so kind, honestly, amazingly nice to eat some of these costs for you guys. And what they're gonna do is do a 30-minute consultation for free, and then a free entity setup. This is something that if you go to LegalZoom or you go to a lawyer, you're going to have to pay just for them to actually file the paperwork for you. So that is completely free. The only cost that will be to you is the hard costs, the filing fees for your state. So those can range somewhere from $300 to $600, depending on what state you're in. But guys, it's totally worth it, and it totally pays for itself. There's no reason, there's no benefit for me to do this, to get you in this. All the real benefit is for you. I promise you, you want to protect yourself. You don't want your personal assets on the line with your business. So you're going to get a business LLC to separate yourself from liability. You're also going to have this business set up to help you out when it comes to tax time. You can write off things like this program. You can write off things like inventory, stuff like that. And I'm not a tax consultant, so don't quote me on that, but this is stuff that PCS can actually help you do. So what you're gonna wanna do right now is book this call with PCS. I promise you, they are fantastic. They are just an amazing, amazing organization that will take care of you all the way through. So I just wanted to make this quick video to let you guys know that you are in good hands. Make sure you schedule that now. Don't try to set up this LLC on your own. First of all, it'll cost more money. Second of all, you might do it wrong. And third of all, just trust me. I got you. Cool? All right, I'm gonna fall in this sack now because I feel like this is a proper end to the video. Yes.
We're going to keep the 10 reviews in 15 minutes contest going for the first 4 episodes of the 9 Rewind.
We came up with a pretty slick, easy method to get 10 reviews in 15 minutes. And we'll do a private Zoom call with 3 people to show them exactly how we did it. If you're struggling to get your first reviews, this contest is for you.
This is something we need to keep limited because we believe if a bunch of people started doing this, it might become saturated and then it's not going to work for anybody.
To enter, just comment below with the following. What topics would you like us to explore in future shows? And what was your favorite part of this episode? Dan and I will randomly pick 3 people after episode 4 airs and message them to set up a Zoom call. We'll explain the method to you in detail.
Keep watching the 9 Rewind and thank you for being a part of the 9 fam.
And now it's time for Dan's Coaching Corner. This is where we'll share tips, tricks, and hacks the coaches in Fast Track usually share on the inside. Today's topic is...
Insert topic here.
And now, here's Dan.
All right, let's do a coach's corner. And I wanted to show how to use the review downloader because I think it's pretty cool. And so I just picked a random product here, a pencil case, and we're going to go up here. The review downloader lives in the Helium Chrome extension, which is up here. And we can come down here and I'm going to hit review downloader. This is free if you have Helium 10 or if you have the Chrome extension. You don't even need to have Helium 10 as a paid thing, I think. As long as you have the Chrome extension, you're good to go. So I went up and hit Review Downloader, and you can do quite a bit of stuff. You can sort and sample and or like take whatever, have different stars. So I took this product. There's 2,000 ratings here, and I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to hit Extract. And it's going to pull, I don't know how many, it's probably going to get all 1,289 reviews. And it's going to show you, okay, so here are all the reviews, right? And I mean, it's cool. You see the different, parent-child, what are these called again? I'm a fast track coach. What are these called? Variants.
Variants.
Oh,
yeah.
man. I need to take a nap.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Hopefully after the coach's corner.
Still have to wrap up the show. Oh, I'm a bit tired. We'll be right back. I'm going to take a nap. Okay. So anyway, here are all the reviews, and this is just fascinating to read. But what I like to do is you come up here and you hit analysis. And what it's going to do is kind of cool. It's going to go through and it's going to find combinations of word combinations that have been repeated. Like here, pencil case has been repeated 193 times. I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean, it's a pencil case. But sometimes you can find gold in these when you start going down. So let's just kind of look at some of these. Good quality, love this. I mean, so far it's just pretty basic stuff. For my daughter, well, that's interesting. Like, so kind of keep that one in mind because you're kind of telling you 25 of those reviews specifically said for my daughter. All right. Let's see if there's anything else that's kind of weird. Love this pencil case. Like all of these are basically, it would make sense, right? This is for I bet you this is for my pencils. Don't you think that's the next word in there? Keep going down. Great pencil case. What I need. My daughter loves. Well, starting to see a trend because so far I haven't seen anything about my son loves, right? Perfect for so maybe that next one would say perfect for my daughter or something, but we're just looking for people who have words that have been repeated. But right now, she loves it. That, see what I mean? Like, to me, that is gold. Like, we just found something just by looking at these reviews, and we can keep going, and maybe there's even more. But I'll show you why it's kind of important, why you should do this with your reviews, and why you should do it when you're trying to find a product to sell. Pencil case for my daughter, right? So it's definitely a thing. So now do we have to go more? We're down to 7. Okay, so let's go back to the product. Now, is this person taking advantage of it? Well, okay. Home, cube, pencil case, capacitive, makeup. I mean, that's a girl thing, right? Okay, so they don't have daughter in here. They do have makeup, so maybe that helps. Let's look at the bullet points. Do they mention anything about a daughter in here? See, like right now, I would really consider, if this was my product, I would consider adding a bullet point about perfect for your daughter or anyone who needs da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's get onto the description and see what so they have the deluxe description. Do they have a better chance? Suitable for boys and girls. Why did they put boys first? Don't do it. Girls. The data is telling them girls, right?
Well, it's telling us girls. It may not be telling them anything.
It's telling them, Dwight, but they're not listening. They're blind. Wait, they're deaf. Okay, so
the other thing they could do is with their images put a picture of a young girl with the pencil case.
Exactly. Great point. The other thing, now I don't know what their variants are. Maybe the green one is their best-selling one, but do they have a pink one?
Well, it was in their description.
Oh, okay. So, I might consider, if the numbers do support it, actually making, and look, you're right. They should have a young girl with this. This is too, anyway, like I would consider making my first one, again, if the sales are there to do it, like I'd make the first one the pink one. and just drive that home if it would make sense, if that is a variant that is selling well. Anyway, so that's just kind of the things you can do. So how can you take advantage of this? Well, if you are trying to find a 7 and 7, or let's say you found a 7 and 7 and you want to try to figure out, well, this guy is really good, he's the number one seller, how can I improve it? Well, let's go back here and look. You start looking for words. So maybe like find something that's bad. Well made, very nice. Like people seem to really like it. So maybe I'd come down here and I'd search by, I actually run it again. And this time I would pick the review downloader, and I'm only going to pick the, oh no, I want to go to the opposite. Oh yeah, I can only pick one. That's right. So let's say I'm going to pick, okay. I'm going to do just these bottom threes. Three. Come on, click. I can only do 2. I've done 3 before. Okay. Now I'm just going to take the bottom 3 stars, right? Not the 5 stars. Let's just pick the 3s. So now we're going to get, the smaller ones. And so this number will be smaller. See, there's only 100 of them. Now let's look at this. So now what is bad? Smaller than, okay. And sometimes what color was not. So let's say we want to see what this is. Let's click on it. Great, color was off. Color was not what was pictured. Color was not the vibrant color. Disappointing. Color was not even close. Okay, well, that's something you could talk to your supplier about, right? Let's keep looking. So that's one way you can
that also goes
right
into
there.
Making sure that your photos are good photos that accurately represent the product.
Yeah, totally. Look at this. Just wish, where did I see that? Just wish it was a tad longer so I could fit my combo pen. I don't know what's going on with these. I just wish it was larger. Look, right there. Boom, boom. Maybe that's some way you could do it.
It's a way to differentiate the product for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, I think the product reviewer, it's a free tool if you have the Helium 10 Chrome extension, and I think it can really help you, especially when it comes to differentiation. I mean, to me, that is the easiest way to differentiate because you just got everything you need right there. You're kind of getting in the customer's minds. You're kind of like, by doing this right now, we already almost know more than the person who actually owns this product. We know more than he does right now because we're like digging into what his customers are thinking. And if you can get into their mind, then you can steal them and have them come over and be your customers and take them from this guy. Anyway, that's my coach's corner. Short, sweet, to the what, Dwight?
Point. Good one,
to
Danny.
The point. Absolutely. Hey.
Okay, so Dan, what's going on in Fast Track?
A couple questions I thought were interesting. This person, for example, said something to the effect of, I've been searching for a decent 7.7 for the last week, and I found a few, but I can't see myself selling them.
Mm-hmm.
But I have an idea for a product nobody is selling because it's my invention. Can you offer advice? Right?
Don't do it.
Yeah, good advice.
Listen, I guess, what Kale and Taylor teach makes so much sense to me. So I'm just going to tell you what makes sense to me. This may not make sense to you. There are millions of people out there that invent things. And there's only a very small fraction of those things actually get manufactured and sold that people want. Not saying your idea isn't great. It probably is. But what I want to caution you on is investing money in something that you don't know that there is actually a market for. So what Kale and Taylor teach in the course is all about finding a product that has an existing market. So lots of people buying from lots of buyers, okay, for that product. Secondly, the market is not that, the competition's not that steep, which means a lot of the buyers don't have a lot of reviews, which means you could easily get into that market, and as long as you have your optimization and you drive some traffic and you move your rank in Amazon up, you can easily compete with those guys, because you're going to start with a low number of reviews. A lot of your competition have a low number of reviews. You look the same. So putting your own product out there, unless it's something that already exists, but from your question, you have an idea for a product that nobody is selling. Well, if nobody's selling it, maybe there's no market for it,
That's what I think. Yeah.
You
That's what I think. And there's something else that stood out to me, Dwight. He said, and I don't want to like come down on you, because I think it's cool that you're an inventor. What I would do is like maybe use your inventing skills and take a 7 and 7 product and invent something that you can make it better.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, like add something, use your inventive brain that way. But here's something that that jumped out at me. I found a bunch of 7 and 7s for the last week, but I can't see myself selling them. Like I always say, man, if there's money in hemorrhoid pillows, we're ordering 1,000 from China tomorrow. They're on the boat. Right? I mean, like who said that? But did Taylor say? Kyle was telling us. Taylor said that don't fall in love with the product.
That's right.
Fall in love with the money.
Fall
Maybe
in
Taylor
love
said
with the money you make from the product. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I mean, during product research phase, I've told many students, don't just think about things you would like to buy. I mean, it's a great place to start, but the reality is that if the product sells and you can make money from it, it's going to be your favorite product.
Yes.
If you can't
I'm
make
telling
money
you, I have a
from the
real
things
love for these hemorrhoid pillows.
yeah,
Love it. Sleep on them.
based on the beginning of this show, hemorrhoids would have been a blessing, I think.
No, but you're right. If people just did stuff that they wanted, like all Amazon would just be is pages and pages of drones. Make cool stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly.
All right, let's jump to the next one. I think this is another interesting one.
All right, so it's I'll talk.
yeah.
Let me talk, Danny.
All right.
Let me
All
talk.
right.
Help!
I'm
I need
thankful you're going to
somebody's
talk
help.
because
That's how this one starts. I thought it was a Beatles tune. I'm trying to target a keyword that doesn't appear to be related to my product, but believe me, everyone who buys a product based on that keyword would for sure want to buy my product. Very interesting. I've tried to raise my bid more than the suggested high bid, and I'm not getting any clicks or even impressions. What is the workaround to make Amazon give me some traffic? Well, Danny, I've got an opinion on that, but why don't you give this one a shot first?
Amazon's not going to do what you want them to do. They're going to do what Jeff Bezos. Don't make me fire up the hell machine again. Like it's all about they want to make money, and they want their buyers to give them money. So just because you are watching, let's say that you sell a glass vase, and you happen to be watching Friends last night on Netflix, and you notice Joey and Monica have the exact same vase on their coffee table. So you want to try to throw in Friends-related targeting, in keywords. That's not going to work. I mean, because 99.999% of the people coming there are going to be like, I'm looking for a Friends DVD. Why am I getting an ad for this stupid vase? They're not going to be like, oh my God, that's right. In episode 1410, Monica had one of these. It's just, don't do that.
No.
But here's how you can do it. Go off platform.
Right.
Go to Amazon or Facebook, run some ads on Friends targeting, because there's a lot of it there. And then you actually have room to write an ad that says, hey, Friends fans, if you want to get this same vase that Monica and Chandler had on their coffee table, tell you what I'd do. I'd sell the coffee table, probably more money in it. But, then you can drive traffic from there. But Amazon really isn't for it.
No, it's not designed for that. And the reality, like you said in the very beginning, the first answer was the correct one. There is no workaround to make Amazon do anything they don't want to do. Their algorithm is based on their interpretation of what is what. And if they determine your product doesn't fit in those keywords, throwing them as much money as you want is not going to do it, because they want their buyers to stay there and buy and always have relevant products related to the searches that they do. So,
and I'm not saying they won't take your money, because they probably figure it out. No, they won't.
They'll take it if you're just giving it to them, but they're not going to give you traffic in return for it, because they don't want their buyers to get non-relevant searches, right? So that's just kind of the way that is. So I think it's time for the cover story.
Yay! This is an exciting one.
Yeah.
It comes from a question that Chris asked in the comment section of one of the YouTube videos. She said that she would love to hear more about keywords and ranking on Amazon. And she said, also, my favorite part was Dan acting as Jeff Bezos.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? Oh, so nice of you to say that.
Okay, so let's share my screen here. And here is our old friend, the pencil case. So the trick I'm going to show you a couple of things, but the first trick I'm going to show you, you can do on any product if you have helium-10, and you can do this on your product. And this is something we actually do at least once a week. And let's pretend that this is our product or this is your product. You come down here, and if you have helium-10, you get all this jazz, right? And if you click keywords, that's going to open up helium-10 Cerebro tool, and it's going to do what's called a reverse ASIN search, and it's going to find the keywords that you rank for or this person ranks for. I'm going to tell you, most people come here and they sort these numbers by search volume. I'm going to tell you why we don't do that. Well, we do sometimes, but so here's what this is basically saying. This person is indexed right now basically for almost 9,000 keywords, right? And look at these huge search volumes. They're just really huge. But here is why I don't like doing it this way. I like to come over and sort by organic rank. Now, this gives you an idea of how Amazon sees you, right? So makeup bag, pencil case, this person is rated number 1. This is his or her organic rank. So that means they are the first non-sponsor product on that search phrase. And you can come down and look at all of these, right? So this is how Amazon will see your product.
It also shows if they're assigned as the Amazon's choice for that keyword.
This person is doing really good. Look at that. And it makes sense, right? They're on page 1 for all of these. And we can scroll down. And remember, this, it's about 25 to 30. Oh, man, let's make this 150. If you're in like position 1 to 25 or 1 to 30, that's page 1 usually. So let's go down all the way down here. Oh my God, look at this person. Look at this. There's 150 keywords are already on the first few. Well, this person's doing really good. Look at that. That's 300 keywords and they're not even in the middle of the page. So these guys are doing good. But let me show you how keywords work and a good thing for you to kind of pay attention to if you want to improve your ranking. So let's say this is your, but this person has so many though. You gotta this person is doing, let's go to page 5, see if this person is starting to be under the first page here. Oh my God. Well, this will work fine. They're toward the bottom of page 1. Let's say that your goal, you have a specific keyword you want. And here's when I do look at search volume. Look at these. Let's say, let's find kind of a meaty keyword here. Here, like this one, pencil pouch cute. Hey, that person kind of searches on Amazon like you. Cool shower head.
Cool shower head.
I want a cute
pencil pouch. Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Now, this person is on page 1, and it's search volume of 866. So can you imagine if instead of being in position number 21, this person was in the top 10 in the first half of page 1 up on top? well, they'd get a good shot, or even like this one's even better, right? They're still same position, number 21, but look at this small pencil case. There's 3,000 searches a month. So that's 100 searches, more than 100 searches every day coming in for this. So you could imagine that with all these Amazon choices, they have good reviews. And I'm not saying this is a 7/7, obviously, like we said before, but I'm just saying like, this is pretty amazing, right? Like if this person could somehow get this keyword, small pencil case, from 21 all the way up, toward page 1, we're gonna have to go, back over here. Think about what that would do to the sales, right? So that's kind of how we look at it. You want to try to find keywords that have a pretty decent search volume, but that are not ranked as high as you want them. Now, obviously, you're going to say, well, I want every keyword to be number one. I mean, that's what we all want. But realistically, this guy has 8,700 keywords. You can't be number one for 8,700 keywords because it's impossible.
Unless you're
you don't have
Jeff
much
Bezos.
Yeah, he can do it. But so what we want to do then is like, let's say this is the right here. Well, let's find one that's not everything is a brand here. Let's say this is the one you want, pencils case. If you wanted to move that one up higher, what you would do is you would make, like, remember last week how we talked about the 2-step URL? I'd make a 2-step URL with the key phrase, search phrase, pencil case in it. And that would be the URL that I would advertise. So I'd put that in a PPC campaign and I'd run some money in it that way. Or maybe like we were saying, you go to Facebook and target, there you can actually target, moms of school age kids or whatever. So that's in a nutshell kind of what I look for when I want to increase our sales and increase our rankings. I just try to do that little trick.
So Dan, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you pick a keyword with a 700 search volume versus one of those ones with like 200,000?
Oh, okay. I'll show you why. And look at this person is actually kicking ass. He's already on page 1 for this one with 114,000 searches a month. So that is pretty amazing. So really what you want to look at two things, right? You want to look at 3 things. You want to look at search volume, organic rank. So like I wouldn't go after one that's 135. I'd go after one that's on page 2 because we're lazy and we don't have Jeff Bezos kind of money. So we don't have enough money to bring something up 110 spots. And here's what it would take, by the way, to bring that up. You'd have to basically sell 1,600 pencil cases in 8 days. And if you did that, you'd be up on, toward the top. So again, it's one thing to give away X number of cotton balls, but I got to get rid of 24 of them and I'll move up to page 1 on that. You don't want to be giving away 1,600. That's crazy.
That's
or count on selling. I mean, sometimes people get confused with this, the giveaways. I know a lot of people try to do them as contests, but I'm just saying, like, you need 1,300 sales in 8 days, and that will get you there.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter how they come in, if you give them away or they buy. So anyway, so why I didn't do it is that, like, it's going to be too hard to bring some of these guys up, 200, So I look at this, I look for, first of all, I look where I am here. And if it's doable, if I find one that's like, 38 and I want to bring that onto the first page, well, then I'll look at this number. How many would I have to give away? And hopefully it's not going to be 1,600. It'll probably be 24 in a matter of 8 days or whatever. And then I look at that search volume. So I try to find the biggest search volume that has a relatively low amount of giveaways and that is doable over here. So that is how I do my keyword ranking.
That's a great tutorial there, Danny. Boy, I love it. I love it when you talk dirty.
Chris, I hope that
keywords.
Answers any questions. What's that?
I love it when you talk dirty with keywords.
How dare you? that is all the time we have left for today's show. Thank you again for being part of the 9 fam. This is also the last show that we're doing the contest, the review contest. So make sure you get your comments in and say what you allow, the whole thing. What do you like? Don't say Dwight. Say you like me. Say you like the explosive diarrhea gummy bear. Yeah, exactly. As he's pointing to his head, I am saying the explosive diarrhea gummy bear, and he's pointing himself out. Dwight Gallowitz, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to contact us, how do you do it?
Phone call.
No, you be active in the Facebook groups, and you be active in the Fast Track chat area, and hopefully we'll find your question that way. And we wrap our show up all the time by saying this: FBA is a tough business. It's a real business. You got to work. It's not easy, but the only way you can fail at it is if you don't take the next step. So you know what you got to do.
You got to take that next step. My name is Dwight. He's Dan. I'm not sure what side he's on. He's over here. He's Dan.
Oh, hi.
And I'll see you guys next time.
Look at that salute. That's a little 2 finger.
Danny
All
boy,
right, Captain Steubing.
It's always my pleasure. We'll see you.
How much would it take to get you to eat 15 of these gummy bears?
You don't have enough money, dude. You know what?
Come on.
My body is a temple. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Temple that's falling apart.